Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jasmine. I am a registered dietitian, and today I'm going to be talking to you all about protein powder, what it is, where it comes from, and how to use it. I know that there are so many protein powders out in the market, between isolate, whey, casein. I'm going to be covering all of it. By the end of this video, you should be able to pinpoint which protein powder is best suited for you and your individualized needs. Be sure to stay to the end because I'm going to be sharing with you which protein powder I recommend if you are going to make a protein smoothie. So let's just jump right into it. What is protein powder? So simply put, protein powder is a dietary supplement that comes from in a variety of forms, whether it's whey, casein, pea protein, rice protein, and soy protein. And it comes in a lot of different flavors: chocolate, strawberry, cookies and cream. There's so many flavors now, I can't even count. Protein powder is popular among athletes, bodybuilders, fitness enthusiasts, and people who are just looking to increase their protein take throughout the day. Research consistently shows us that protein supplementation can help support muscle growth and recovery, aid in weight loss, help improve our hunger levels, and really support our bone health. But as a dietitian, I always have to make the disclaimer that protein powder is a supplement and it should be used to supplement an already balanced diet. So don't just turn to protein powder for all of your protein needs. It should be something that you can add to your diet to help increase the number of protein you're getting per day. If you're looking to try a new protein powder, I'm going to put some of my favorites in the description down below. So let's talk about the different types of protein. The first one, which is the most common, is whey protein. So whey protein is a type of protein that is derived from milk. Specifically, it is the liquid portion of milk when it is separated from the curd in the cheese making process. And there are typically two different kinds of whey protein. You have whey protein isolate, and then you have whey protein concentrate. So whey protein isolate is one of the most popular forms of whey protein because it is fast digesting, making it a really great option if you're looking for a protein powder for your post-workout recovery. Whey protein isolate is a refined form of whey protein, so it is going to be lower in lactose, carbohydrates, and fat. So I like to compare whey protein isolate to 4 ounces of chicken. So it's really just protein. Typically, a whey protein isolate is going to be around 120 calories and have about 20 to 24 grams of protein. So if you're looking to sub what would be, 4 ounces of chicken, the whey protein isolate would be your best swap. So I recommend whey protein isolate if you're someone who is going to be using protein powder to make smoothies. Why? Because whey protein isolate is basically just protein. And then when you're adding your fruits or your oatmeal, your veggies, and your healthy fats, you're adding in all of those components that the whey protein isolate doesn't have. Because remember, when we're making the whey protein isolate, we took out all of that fat and carbohydrate. So when you're making a protein smoothie, choose the whey protein isolate. Our second type of whey protein is whey protein concentrate. The whey protein concentrate is also a refined form of whey, but it does contain a little bit more lactose, carbohydrates, and fat. But the benefit of a whey protein concentrate is that it typically is a little bit more affordable. So if price is an issue, then getting a whey protein concentrate may be a better option for you. So our next protein powder that I want to talk about is casein protein. So casein protein is a slower digesting protein. So it's best to have casein protein if you're having your protein powder at night because it's going to sustain you throughout the time that you're sleeping and really help build your muscle and help with repair. So a lot of people think that when they're in the gym, they're actually building muscle, but it's actually during your recovery time that you're building the muscle, because working out and lifting weights is a catabolic process. You're breaking down your muscle, and when you're sleeping, that's actually an anabolic process. That's the time when your body is using all of those nutrients, using your sleep to help you recover and repair those muscles to help them build stronger. So casein, because it is slower digesting, can help sustain that process overnight. And food products that have casein in them are non-fat Greek yogurt, cottage cheese, any of those dairy products at night can help have that casein. So the production of casein protein is similar to that of whey, but it's actually going to be using the curd to further develop the protein into a protein powder. So again, it is a dairy-derived product. Casein protein is an excellent choice if you're looking for a slower digesting, more sustained release of amino acids throughout the day. Casein protein is best consumed before bed so that it can help with that recovery and repair during sleep. It is also high in calcium, which can help with bone health. So those are the main two protein powder types that are derived from dairy. But now we have so many different plant-based proteins on the market. 3 of the main types of plant protein powders that are on the market today are soy protein, pea protein, and rice protein. And there are pros and cons to every single one of them. So all of the different plant proteins are going to vary in their amino acid and their nutritional profiles. One of the first ones is soy protein. Soy protein is a plant-based protein source that is great for vegans and vegetarians or anyone looking to transition to more of a plant-based protein powder. And the benefit of soy protein is that it's a complete protein, meaning it contains all of the amino acids that you need in the correct amounts. And it has an added benefit of having phytoestrogens. And phytoestrogens get a bad rep, but research consistently shows us that it does have health benefits. It can actually help reduce the risk of breast cancer. The process of soy protein begins with milling the soy and then actually separating the fiber from the protein. And then that protein can be further processed into protein powders, into flakes used for protein bars, etc. Overall, soy protein is a high-quality source of protein and is easily digested. It is also vegan and lactose and gluten-free. So if you're someone who has a lot of dietary restrictions, soy protein may be a great option for you. Pea protein is another high-quality plant-based protein that is derived from yellow split peas. And one of my favorite options we have right here is ON, which stands for Only What You Need. And although pea protein is not considered a complete protein because it doesn't have all of the amino acids in the right amounts, the company ON makes up for those missing amino acids in their actual formula. So ON is actually considered a complete protein source, and pea protein is high in branched chain amino acids, which are essential for muscle growth and repair. And pea protein is actually hypoallergenic, meaning that it's less likely to cause any allergic reaction compared to soy or dairy. So it does make it a great choice, and ON is actually top 8 allergen free. So if that's something that you're concerned about, this is definitely a great option. Last but not least, we have rice protein, and it is a type of protein powder that is made from extracting the protein from rice. It's typically made from brown rice, but it can also be made from white rice as well. And again, rice protein is a plant-based protein, but it is not a complete protein. So again, you want to look for a protein powder that is going to make up for those missing amino acids, but it is a great vegan or vegetarian option and also hypoallergenic compared to whey and soy protein. In conclusion, there are several different types of protein powders on the market today, and we're starting to see even more, all with their unique characteristics and benefits. Whey protein isolate and whey protein concentrate are great options if you're looking for a fast digesting protein powder or a more affordable protein powder, as they're more readily available. Casein protein is a great option if you're looking for that slower digesting protein powder and is best consumed before bed to help with muscle growth and repair. And soy protein, pea protein, and rice protein are great options if you're looking for a plant-based alternative, if you have dietary restrictions to gluten or lactose or whey in general. These will be your better options, and they're hypoallergenic. So if allergies are a concern from you, these plant-based protein powders are a great option. Ultimately, the type of protein powder you're gonna choose is gonna depend on your own personal preferences, your dietary restrictions, and what your goals are for a protein powder. So again, if you're looking for a leaner type of protein powder that's not too high in calories, but provides still the same amount of protein that 4 ounces of chicken would, you wanna choose a whey protein isolate. If you're looking more for a meal replacement, you're going to wanna look for a protein powder that does contain healthy fats and carbohydrates, because you are essentially replacing what would be a meal. And a balanced meal should consist of protein, carbohydrates, and healthy fats. It is a good idea to always consult with your physician or your medical team or personal registered dietitian before you start incorporating any type of supplement into your diet, whether it is a protein powder or another dietary supplement. So when shopping for a protein powder, you should be looking for 5 things specifically. Number 1, look for a reputable brand. Choose a protein powder from a well-known brand or company that follows good manufacturing practices and has a good reputation for quality and safety. Number 2, check the nutrition facts label. So don't be fooled on what's on the front of the container, whether it's colorful, whether it has eye-catching words. Make sure to turn around the package and really read the ingredients label and the macronutrient profile. Look for a protein powder that has simple ingredients, that is free from any unnecessary additives or fillers. Number 3, check for third-party testing. Some protein powder brands have their products tested by third-party laboratories to ensure quality and safety. And number 4, check for these certifications. Some protein powders may take the additional step to be certified by the NSF, Informed Choice, or USP verified. So I'm always looking for one of these 3 certifications. And these certifications ensure that they have been third-party tested and they meet certain criteria for quality and safety. And number 5, choose a protein powder that fits your individual needs. Everybody's gonna be different and looking for different things in their protein powder. So choosing one that is best for you, whether you are vegan, vegetarian, have certain dietary restrictions, knowing which protein powder is gonna work best for you and finding that staple protein powder is key. How do you use protein powder? So there's a lot of different ways that you can actually use protein powder. One of the most simple ways is mixing your protein powder in a shaker bottle with water or milk or some other dairy alternative like almond milk or oat milk. So some of my ways to use protein powder, other than simply mixing it with water or a milk alternative, is with overnight oats, protein pancakes, in breakfast smoothies, and of course, mug cakes. And if you're interested in any of these types of recipes, comment below and I will be sure to make a video about my favorite recipes. Thanks for watching and subscribe for more nutrition, fitness, and lifestyle content.